Let's move on now. A day after India Today expose on the Nehru government spying on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's skin for close to 2 decades, his family is demanding declassification of all documents on the freedom fighter. Netaji's grandnephew Surya Bose will meet Prime Minister Modi during his visit to Germany. Speaking to Headlines Today, Surya Bose said that he will raise the issue of snooping with Prime Minister Modi in Berlin. Germany-based Netaji's kin has been invited to attend a reception hosted by the Indian Embassy for PM Modi. Surya Bose claims that he was snooped on by raw officials in Germany.
Now you're going to be meeting the Prime Minister soon. What is it that the family has so much faith in the Prime Minister? Do you believe that he is possibly the last person who could actually declassify these files that have been locked up for so long?
No, we had a lot of hopes, certainly, because the Manmohan Singh government had categorically stated, or his surprise office, that they would not be able to declassify these files because we would have problems with friendly nations. But we are quite astonished to see that even the present government, Prime Minister Modi's office, has made the same statement, absolutely identical, which is quite surprising, I must say, but we still haven't given our hopes that Prime Minister Modi would be able to declassify these files.
Would you care to answer this question about which are these friendly foreign countries that the government of India has maintained for the last 30 or 40 years that our relations with will be spoiled if these revelations are made? Has this ever come up in conversations with the Bose family members that you've had? I mean, has there been any informed speculation even as to which countries there could be that the government is so worried about spoiling relations with?
I think that's a question you should directly ask the government of India, who they consider as friendly nations. I mean, I would, the USSR was friendly in the sense we mortgaged our country to the USSR. We got all our arms and Air Force planes from the USSR. But I don't know, I mean, which other country apart from the UK and Japan certainly. But I think the question should be targeted towards the government of India. They should answer who they consider as friendly nations.
In fact, Sandeep Punithan is now joining us with more details on the phone line. Sandeep, it appears that Netaji's kin's task as far as pressurizing the government to declassify Netaji files is cut out. At present, is there any hope that the government could relent?
Maha, I want to draw your attention to a response by the Prime Minister's office in February, where responding to an RTI query, the Prime Minister's office said that the PM does not have the prerogative to declassify the Netaji files. Now, this RTI query was raised sometime late last year by an RTI activist, where he asked whether the Prime Minister had the prerogative to declassify the Netaji files. And this response is a bit of a dampener. I mean, it's an official response, and it says that the Prime Minister does not, in fact, have the authority to declassify these files. And now there are 36 files in the Prime Minister's office, which are graded secret and top secret, and these are what the activists have been trying to get for the last several decades. Now, this is kind of a dampener for the people and the Bose family members who've actually seen the Prime Minister as being slightly positive in the matter of declassifying the Netaji files. But I'm sure they've not given up hope. I've been speaking to the Bose family members. They believe that there is still some hope, and they do hope that the Prime Minister would actually, in fact, declassify these files.
Sandeep, also the earlier argument given by the government was that if it declassifies Netaji files, it could adversely affect India's relations with some of the neighboring countries. Now, half a century later, does that excuse cut ice?
No, absolutely not, Maha, because, I mean, one of the countries in question, which is undoubtedly one of the countries which everybody believes, does not even exist, because the Soviet Union, which, as we all know, broke up in 91, is one of the key players in this whole mystery, because it is the Soviet Union where Netaji was headed to in August 1945 after the Second World War, and he was believed to have established contact with the Soviet Union, and some of these communications are believed to be in those files that are still held by the PM. So it really it does not cut ice anymore in 2015 that you could actually be spoiling relations with a foreign country. I mean, we've all matured and we are a mature country now. I don't see any reason for these to be excuses to hold up declassification.
Sandeep Punithan, many thanks for putting that story into perspective.